with deep regret, having come to Bombay, have to return this afternoon back to Delhi for an urgent meeting. This being an election season, the time is the essence for these kinds of meetings. So I regret having promised to be present and also looking forward to the occasion when I'm not able to be there. Rajiv Malhotra has been known to me for a number of years. He lives in a beautiful house in Princeton. There's nothing in his life he lacks, and yet he has set aside all his time for the purpose of writing books about the true history of India. He's already shaken the academic world with his earlier books, such as Breaking India, about our history as is written in the other books. All these total up to a new presentation of the whole truth, which the British very conveniently, British imperialists very conveniently removed from our textbooks. The most interesting phrase that he has brought to our notice in his latest book, Indra, is the pizza effect, which means that the accusation is that, like the pizza, which was originally a very simple dish in Italy, went to America and got embellished with all kinds of toppings, and then returned back to Italy as if it was something which the Italians had never seen. The same way, the accusation now is that Hinduism was never a serious religion. It was perhaps at most a way of life. And then that Swamy Vivekananda and others looked at Christianity and its structuring and copied it and sent it back to India as a kind of a neo-Hinduism thesis. So he has given a number of myths and how they can be exploded, 8 in number, and he's gone to great length to dissect the bunk and the rubbish that is written about India by so-called scholars in various top universities, especially at Harvard University. So therefore, I think this kind of writing is something that ultimately should become textbook reading for graduate students in India, and I'm sure that a future government will definitely want Mr. Malhotra not to live in America at all and come back and create a textbook for Indian history. Our problem is that all the seeds that have been planted by British imperialists in our history books is to divide Indians. This Aryan-Dravidian theory is now being shown to be completely bogus by examination of our DNA. There's no difference between the DNA of a North Indian, South Indian, between a Brahmin and a scheduled caste, or a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, and yet they talk about ethnicity in India, as if it was different races or different people. And also the history is presented as if we Hindus were consistently faced with onslaught from abroad and defeated and conquered and ruled. And the British claimed that we are just one more invasion that came to India, when the fact of the matter is the exact opposite. The mere fact that after 800 years of Islamic rule, India is still a 80% Hindu country, where compared to other places where Islam has gone and conquered countries, they have managed to convert in less than 2 decades the entire population to Islam, or perhaps kill them in the name of being Kafirs. So we have today to know our true history, and our true history can be known only if we get a correct perception of what we are. That means the true identity of an Indian. All Indians are the same. We may have variations in language, but we are united by the Sanskrit vocabulary and the similarity all to the Devanagari script, which all originate from Brahmi. So one people, ancient people living in a vast land, have local variations, but the core is the same. And that is why we can say very clearly that India is either a people of Hindu origin or those whose ancestors were Hindus. And therefore we are all united in a Hindustani family. This imperialism in scholarship is something where Rajiv Malhotra is fighting it alone. We need much more support to be given to him, and I am very happy to completely endorse his latest book, Indra, and recommend that all of you read it. Once again, I wish I could have been there in the function and heard Rajiv Malhotra also, but I regret, due to certain political compulsions, I have to be back in Delhi. Thank you very much.